Last time we had lab reports 1, lab reports 2. We saw CBC, thyroid, kidney, cortisol. Now we will see liver and lipid. Okay. Today we will focus on lipid. That's interesting and a very important topic. Okay. So if you divide any disease, you can broadly divide into 3 categories. Communicable disease means infectious disease happening because of infection. Non-communicable diseases. Third is autoimmune. Okay. We put autoimmune and cancer together. Somewhere pathophysiology is related. So now we focus on non-communicable. Stroke, heart attack, high blood pressure, diabetes, kidney disease, chest pain, chronic chest pain because there is a block in the artery, coronary artery, thyroid, all those. So for the sake of simplicity, we will remove the hormonal diseases. Okay. So when we say hormonal diseases, it will be related to thyroid, cortisol, all those. Okay. So communicable diseases will focus on this, which are because of the non-communicable, sorry, because of the lifestyle. So we call it a lifestyle disease. Easy? Good idea? So communicable diseases, lifestyle diseases, hormone-related diseases, and autoimmune and cancer. 4 categories. For today's class, we'll focus on lifestyle-related diseases. So when we say the lifestyle, we always talk of sedentary lifestyle. Okay. What are you expected to do? Go in the farm and do the farming, or join the labor force and do some labor work, or you go join the gym. Joining the gym does not help you. You have to go and do the exercise actually. Yeah. So which you can do at your home also. Simple aerobic exercise, walking, climbing the stairs, up, down, up also. Doing gardening, simple stretching exercise at your home, using 1 kg dumbbells at your home, sufficient enough. Don't be over enthusiastic and over ambitious. No, I will join a gym. Yeah, you are paid for the gym, but you are not going there. Yeah, because someone told you, you join the gym. You tell her, hey, madam, you look very fat, ma'am. You are not slim. You are not fit. Are you going gym? Yeah. So someone tells you just to join gym, don't join the gym. Don't be over ambitious. No, I will buy these equipments and then do. Not required. Yeah. Simple 1 kg water bottle is sufficient. Or if you are little fancy, buy 1 kg dumbbells. Yeah. Start with that. Now we see the start with the blood report, how to see and what are the parameters you should focus as a nutritionist dietitian. You are not a cardiologist. Okay. Someone is dying because of heart disease. Don't tell the patient, hey, come to my nutrition clinic and I will treat you in next 6 months. Ma'am, actually the patient will die tonight. Yeah. So I will tell you one interesting story. It's not interesting. I don't know whether it is funny or it is a miserable story. Yeah, but still I will tell you. So in my apartment, uh, there was one family. They knew that I'm a doctor. And one day I received a call. They had the number and everything. I don't share my number normally, but they were, because their child used to come to our home. So number was there. So she called and said that her husband is having a kind of non-responsive, some problem. Can you come early? So, what is the problem? You call ambulance. No, I am planning to take her to the psychiatrist because he is alcoholic. Then why you are calling me? Because he is non-responsive. I have a very good gynecologist. She's my gynecologist and she has the psychiatry center also. And I called her and I will take him there. I said, then you should not call me. You should not call ambulance. No, this is an emergency. I said, okay. I thought either she is going through some mental breakdown or she has killed her husband herself. So I should go and check what is the scenario. So I went there and saw that he is not able to breathe. He's alive, breathing difficulty, extremely drunk, unable to move, and will die in next 10 minutes. Okay, that is a stage. I told her that he will die in next 10 minutes unless he gets to ICU. He said, but I have to treat his alcohol problem. He has alcohol addiction. I'm so fed up of his alcohol addiction, and I need to take him to my gynecologist. I said, what your gynecologist will do? Do some delivery and cesarean section. So she was like, no, no, no. Her husband is a psychiatrist, and they will admit and they will do. I said he will die in next 10 minutes. Then somehow I thought, okay, I will ask. I will call the ambulance. Okay. So I called the ambulance. The ambulance came downstairs. Then their daughter, she took the number of the ambulance guy and she told him, no, no, ambulance is not required. We are going to psychiatrist hospital. So I don't know whether the daughter or the mother or both of them needed psychiatric treatment. And then they prepared something to take him. I understood that either this person is going to die, and this both women are completely hopeless and gone, and they need psychiatric treatment. I came to my home. Then after some time, it came to be known that he died. So I don't know whether it is a funny story or it's a miserable story. So when someone is dying because of excessive alcohol, you cannot treat alcohol de-addiction at that time. Similarly, when someone is dying of heart attack, you cannot say, come on, come. I will treat you. I will give you some nutrition. Yeah. Madam, that person cannot drink, cannot eat anything. Cannot eat. Okay. Give him some drink then. You remember that story of skin doctor? Yeah. Okay. We'll see that story next time. When we see the autoimmune diseases now, so that time you remind me the story of a skin doctor. Yeah. So just remind me the skin doctor story. It will come to my memory. So don't be that person. So we start with the blood report, how to read it. What are the parameters, other parameters you will check for the client? What are the other things you will tell the client? And what, as a nutrition and dietitian, you will tell the client. Okay. Your object is not to become cardiologist or not a neurosurgeon. What is the topic for today? Lipid profile. Just a second. I'm doing the screen setting. In now, in lifestyle disease, three things you can check. Okay. The cardiac markers and all, as a nutritionist, dietitian, you are not supposed to check, and you will not be seeing such clients because cardiac marker is tested only when someone gets a symptom, chest pain and all, and the cardiologist will tell. So as a nutritionist, you can tell the patient to do lipid profile. Okay. If you want, additionally, you can do apolipoprotein A. What is it? What it measures, we'll see today. Also, there is one more chemical called homocysteine. That also you can tell because it is single, same blood sample. So both these last two molecules, they help us to identify what is the risk of heart disease. So we start with the lipid profile. Before the lipid profile, should we come to the more interesting part, the uh, apolipoprotein A. We have seen vitamin D, vitamin B12, the red injection, yellow injection, and pink injection. And we have also seen the testosterone and cortisol. Right? So this is page number what? Okay, this is page number 9. We also seen the calcium. The only two part is remaining, which is liver and lipid. Okay, where is apolipoprotein A? Which we also seen HbA1c. In the meanwhile, if you have some questions, you can type in the chat. Seriously. Hmm. Okay. We are not able to find, but I will tell you what is it, apolipoprotein A. So apolipoprotein A, right? So you will have apolipoprotein A written, the value of the patient and the reference value. If it is above the reference value, then it is high, simple. Now, what is the meaning of it? It means the long-term risk of developing a lifestyle disease, including heart attack or stroke or cholesterol related blockages is high, apolipoprotein A. Simple terms. Okay. So as the name suggests, lipoprotein, apo A, lipoprotein A. The spelling is that. Yeah, small a initial, and the last one is capital A. So it measures the risk of developing atherosclerosis, atherosclerosis related diseases. So what are the atherosclerosis related diseases? Heart attack, ischemia, means less blood supply to the heart, and the stroke. Correct? That is a simple way it measures long-term risk. The second molecule is called homocysteine. It is specific homocysteine, HOMOCYSTEINE. I will type in the chat. So when you are telling the client to do lipid profile, it is recommended that you should add these two molecules also, because the same blood sample. Cost will increase. Very high. Homocysteine measures the risk of heart attack. Apolipoprotein measures the risk of atherosclerosis related diseases. Now lipid. Now lipid measures the risks associated with high lipid profile. Simple. Right? Now there is a controversy for this. Everyone stop writing. I will tell you the story. Okay. Suddenly how you became fat. There was one night when someone decided everyone in the world is fat. Okay, you were thinner before that day, night. So, for example, if there is a reference value, right? For example, 80, right? LDL should be less than 80. LDL should be less than 100. So, once upon a time, there was a time that the World Health Authority, AHA, WHO, they said it should be 100. Then there have been a lot of studies, and these studies were sponsored by pharma companies, those who are selling lipid lowering drugs. And all the studies were very long term in a huge scale. Lakhs of population, statistically significant data was there. And this study showed that actually for longer life, to lower your risks of dying from heart disease and from stroke, your lipid should be 80. So suddenly, earlier one day, even if you had 90, it was good. If you're 95, it was good because 100 was the upper limit. And now from today onwards, suddenly 80 is the normal. So those who are 90, 95, everyone has the high. You understand the concept? So more than 50% of the world's population, they had high lipid. What should you do? You should start exercise, healthy lifestyle, avoid sedentary life, eat fruits, eat good food, do not eat all those things. Increase cholesterol and eat veggies and all. Most of the people don't do that. Okay, then there is a medicine you take, lipid lowering medicine. You understood? So that's how. And now there has been a data upcoming, a huge controversy going on in the medical field recently that these were heavily sponsored and the data was manipulated. That is an accusation which is made. And that's why you cannot trust whether the lowering the lipid really reduces your risk of dying from heart attack. Earlier, they used to give, there was a calculator. Today, also, we can see that calculator. There is a calculator to find out if your lipid is this, if your age is high, if you smoke, if you have hypertension, if you have diabetes, the risks of dying from heart disease in next 5 years is this much percentage. The risks of dying from heart disease in next 10 years is this much percentage. Such kind of calculators were developed. And now there is a controversy. Yeah, hypertension increases your risk. Yeah, diabetes increases your risk. Sedentary lifestyle increases your risk. Not having a healthy food increases your risk. Not doing exercise increases your risk. Smoking increases your risk. But this lipid is a question mark actually. So all those things revolving around the lipid is gone now. But still, for the sake of studies and for the sake of present medical knowledge, we focus on the lipid. But when you're focusing on the lipid, don't forget the client. Don't focus only on the lipid. So when you see lipid, basically you check four things, these four things. Cholesterol, total cholesterol. Then cholesterol is divided into three components broadly. There are more, but we don't care for them because it is difficult to measure, costly, and the studies are limited. Triglycerides, HDL cholesterol, LDL. Then there is something called VLDL also. Okay. So for the sake of simplicity, LDL, VLDL. For us, lower is lower. Okay. Then HDL is considered a good cholesterol, healthy cholesterol, beneficial cholesterol. And LDL, VLDL, these are bad cholesterol. So is cholesterol bad for your health? No. You need lipids for your forming your cells, skin, everything in your body has cholesterol. And it is an important ingredient of your cells. So it is required. Now, which is not required? It is not, you cannot say that I don't need LDL. No, you need LDL also. But the recommended is that you should have this much level of LDL. Okay. If you are this level, then your risk of dying from heart attack is 5%. If you are this much level, then 10%. So they have made that estimation. HDL is considered to be good cholesterol. Now, how do you increase HDL? Fruits, veggies, diet, exercise, lifestyle. Okay. There is nothing you can take like buy HDL and eat it and increase the HDL. Yeah. You can buy LDL and increase your LDL. Obviously, that is harmful. That's why everyone is like, LDL is harmful. Now, Pharma companies, what is their interest? Their interest is to sell you lipid lowering drugs. So their interest is to sponsor the studies which will say that even this much LDL is harmful. Who is opposed to pharma companies? Write down in the chat. Who is opposite party to the pharma companies? The big. Write down in the chat. Even if you wrong answer, it's okay. Fast food chains. So their business is to sell you fast food. Their business is to sell you lipid and all those fried things and heavy salt things. So their study says that, hey, eating fried things doesn't increase your LDL. So they have also done their studies. And it says it doesn't increase your LDL. But we will follow the present recommendations that uh, harmful foods, junk food, and fast foods, they are harmful. Fried foods are harmful. Junk drinks are not harmful because the recommendation does not talk of junk drink. So the junk food is the recommendation. Triglycerides again considered to be the harmful method. Which method you use, how, what was the sample collection, none matters. None of your business. You are not a lab technician. You don't want to become lab technician to understand which method was used. Even doctors don't remember these methods. Not required. Now the total cholesterol. Okay. Total cholesterol typically gives you the idea that how much is your cholesterol level. If someone has high, can you see this reference values? If someone has more than 240, then yeah, you need to do something. Yeah, what is that something? Our nutritionist will tell you. Because doctors don't have time to explain you what you want. Because doctors will typically write lipid lowering drugs. Yeah. With the same cost probably, or with lower cost, with lower efforts, with lower side effects, you can manage with something else, which nutritionists will tell you. Triglycerides. So can you see here the level of triglyceride 200 to 500? So 500 is high. So if you have 400 triglycerides, it's okay. Don't worry about so much. Yeah, it's okay. So what you worry so much is about LDL. Okay. There are always some people where triglyceride is more than 500. Yes, you need to worry. Now the focus is majorly on LDL and HDL. Okay. Again, I will tell you the story of HDL. So there are companies who revolve around HDL and they say that our product increases HDL. You eat this is MUFA, this is PUFA, this is that, SUFA. And because of all these things, we get confused. Important is you should eat your normal diet, normal food. If you can afford sunflower, you eat sunflower. If you can afford costly, you eat costly. If you cannot afford, you take the least expensive oil. Don't worry so much about SUFA, MUFA, FUFA. Okay. All these things are crazy things to make you crazy. The real thing is you eat what is required, you need to eat. Exercise daily. This exercise does not mean join a gym. Exercise means you do something at your home, skip, run, do climb stairs, simple thing. Walk in the garden, take your pet for the walk, take your parents for the walk, take your child for the walk. All those things, cycling and all those aerobic exercises, simple thing. And avoid the, if you say strictly avoid the junk food, people are like, yes, ma'am. And after 1 week, they will start eating pizza. So you say try to reduce your cholesterol. If you need to eat pizza, eat one slice. Don't finish the complete pizza. Eat something else along with that. You can eat maybe rice. You can eat maybe something else. Yeah. So LDL is considered, if you see, the desirable is less than 100. So it is so harmful that we want the level to be less than 100. Yeah. So high is more than 160. Above desirable, borderline high, very high, all those things will drive you crazy. You should simple understand what is the reference value for that lab and if it is above. I will show you one table which talks so many things. Okay. Don't get afraid when you see such kind of table. Okay. See the heading. What is this treatment goal? Okay. Now, LDL should be, if you are a low risk person, LDL should be less than 100, which was mentioned here. Okay. LDL should be less than 100. Correct. If you are a high risk person, then you should have lower LDL. High risk, very high risk, correct? Less than 50, less than 70, extreme high risk. Okay. You don't need to remember all these groups because I will tell you simple formula to remember it. What do you think is a high risk? Write down in the chat. Who is at high risk of developing a atherosclerosis related diseases? Don't mention sedentary lifestyle. All of you are at high risk then. So write down something else. Should be 4 and 5, not more than that. Even if you're wrong answer, you can write, still write. You are trying at least. If you don't try, you are hopeless. Good. Very good, Ramya. Hypertension, diabetes, smoking, alcohol, obesity, previous disease, atherosclerosis. Okay. Previously, you had a heart attack. Now your target should be lower LDL. You cannot have a normal LDL. Okay. Age. Okay. Then menopause. Simple. PCOD per se, we are not included. The textbooks and the script. Any research does not include PCOD as a high risk factor for atherosclerosis. So atherosclerosis risk factor: hypertension, diabetes, smoking, alcohol, age, menopause, previous disease. Simple. If your client has any two of this, any one of this, the client is high risk. If your client has any two of this, the client is very high risk. Simple. You don't need to remember the complex extreme rare category A, extreme rare category. This is all theoretical thing. Why should I remember it? When I'm telling a client, will I tell the client, hey, you belong to extreme rare high risk category A? Should I go to some room, madam? Is there a classroom? I have to go there. Why are you telling me which category I am? Tell me what I need to do. Yeah. Just because you are read something, you do not understand what to do actually. That's why you are teaching me. You belong to extreme category A. Right. If you really know how to manage a client, you will tell the client, Baba, see, there are 7 to 8 or 10. These are high risks. Out of this, if you have one risk, you are high category. If you have two risks, you are very high risk category. That's it. Now you belong to very high risk category. The objective is to tell the client that this is serious now. So the objective is not to come to your LDL immediately. It will not come. Yeah. So objective is you need to control now further increase and try to reduce it. Obviously, in the very high risk and high risk case, you will need lipid lowering drugs. If the patient is at a normal risk, where the patient doesn't have any other risk factors and the lipid is high, patient has obesity, then you will tell the client certain modifications of lifestyle and diet. Okay. Now, for as a nutritionist, dietitian, you should not worry about LDL upon VLDL ratio, LDL upon HDL ratio, which complex. Okay, all permutation combinations are there in the market, which many doctors also may not read that. Okay. If you go to cardiologist is not relying on your LDL and HDL ratio. The cardiologist will say, hey, angioplasty, do angioplasty and tell me the report. Doing the HDL, LDL report, I will earn 100 rupees. And doing the angioplasty, I will earn 10,000 rupees. What do you want to earn? Yeah. So get the angioplasty done. That gives me real report. What do you have? So don't worry about that. You should only know total cholesterol, SDL, VLDL. End. High triglycerides level is a rare case, rare patients in nutritionist practice. So don't worry about that. They will have certain disease. They will need some medications. They are not coming to you. Okay. Normally, high cholesterol, total cholesterol, low HDL, and high LDL. That's it. You ask the client, this is risk factors you have. If they have risk factor, you tell the client you belong to normal category, you belong to high category, high risk or very high risk. End of story. Now you tell the client that if you are high risk or very high risk, you will need medicines plus something. Because I tell you the reason for that. You explain this to the client. Why you need medicine plus something? Why you need me as a nutritionist? Yeah. Ma'am, I'm taking the medicines, lipid lowering. I don't need you. No, you need me, dear. Because the same studies which pharma companies have done for lipid lowering agents, lipid lowering drugs, they have found that there is a group which takes only medicine. They have lower LDL. But there is a group which takes medicine plus something, which I'm going to tell you today. They have further lower LDL and less risks of dying from heart disease. You tell them less risks of dying from heart disease. That is more significant. LDL. If LDL is raised, how does it matter? It doesn't matter so much. You will die. The risk of dying from a heart disease is this much, or it's a lower. That is a strong statement. Yeah, obviously you should not tell that like you will die. You should tell the polite word that the risk of dying from a heart disease is, if it is 20%, if you take medicine, it will reduce to 15%. But if you follow me plus take medicine, it will reduce to 5%. You like me more? Yes. So what are these things? These things are your diet and your lifestyle. I will not tell you to change your lifestyle completely. I will not tell you to stop smoking completely. You will not do that. You would prefer to die. Yeah. Before you quit smoking, you cannot do it. Right? Reduce it. 1 cigarette, 2 cigarette. Reduce it. Increase your vegetables. That will counter the effect of oxidants. Okay? At least if you tell the client that you need to do 5 things. Stop smoking, stop alcohol, join the gym, and eat correct food. Client is like, yes, ma'am, thank you. Will never come back. But if you tell the client, reduce one smoke, do simple exercise, climbing the stairs is sufficient enough. And if you eat pizza or something, you reduce it to 3/4. And you increase your vegetables and fruits. And the last one is the diet change. In the diet change, I don't want you to change your thali. Everyone understood the concept of thali by now? So I want you to continue your thali. I want to see it, what is there. So tell me, what do you eat? Yeah. You modify the things which we are going to learn in the chapter for lipid. Today's topic is our lab reports. Okay. So we will see what are the items you should add, what are the items you should avoid, what are the items you should decrease. Simple. Okay. There are certain foods which are inflammatory. There are certain foods which are non-inflammatory. Then there are certain foods which are anti-inflammatory. So you want to reduce inflammatory foods, you want to increase non-inflammatory food, and you want to maintain anti-inflammatory food, you want to increase, and you want to maintain non-inflammatory food. Correct? So don't change the thali. Tell the client this concept. Okay. See, if you go to another nutritionist, they will tell you a lot of changes which you will not follow. But why people come to me? Why people follow me? Because I tell you things which are very comfortable and feasible for you. I will not change your thali. I believe in thali system. You follow your thali. You tell me what do you eat. I will tell you what are the things in the thali. The client comes to you and say, you eat avocado. Madam, tell me 10 benefits of avocado. Do you know that? Are you eating avocado? Do you know the cost of avocado? You eat avocado oil. Don't tell them fancy things, olive oil, all this. They don't like the taste. They don't want to buy. It's very costly. You are not buying. Yeah. And even if you are buying, the other client may not buy even if they have money because they don't find value. Not required. Okay. Without olive oil, people are surviving. What you can tell the client is, okay, if you put ghee, clarified butter to your roti, chapati, stop doing that. Because if you don't eat clarified butter throughout your life, from childhood to adulthood, it's okay. There is no deficiency. You will not die. You will not have any problem. You will not have deficiency. But for you, now it's the time has come to stop it. Simple things start with. Okay. The client may ask, can I have cheese? So you ask the client, don't say yes or no. Ask the client, how often you eat the cheese? Yeah. You are not drinking the cheese. Yeah. So how often you eat the cheese? The question is, can I eat pizza? So don't say, no, no, you should absolutely not eat pizza. The client will eat two pizza the same day after going from you, yeah, as a revenge. So tell the client, reduce it. If you are eating it daily, eat it once a week. If you are eating whatever time, you ask how frequently you eat. The client will say, I eat once upon a time. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. There are other things that are killing you. Okay. And don't tell the client the punishment. Many nutritionists, dietitians, they say that, okay, the day you eat pizza, you exercise next day more. I lost the motivation to exercise at all. I continue to eat pizza more. Yeah. They give up the hope. It's okay. Yeah. Continue your normal exercise, whatever you can. Coming back to the reports. So when you are dividing the patient into risk categories, don't worry about category A, category B, very high risk for a nutritionist practice. Okay. Simple high risk, one condition, very high risk, two conditions, end of story. Okay. Now, what is the level of recommendation for high risk, very high risk, all this? I'm getting confused. Simple formula. Normal lipid profile, LDL. What is the value you want? LDL less than 100. It is desirable. Above desirable is 130. Borderline is 160. High is 190 or 160. Okay. Don't worry so much. Just remember a simple formula. 150 is high. If you have one condition, it should be below 100. If you have two conditions, it should be below 50 or 70. Simple. So reduce every time by 50. If it is above 150, you need to do certain things. It is high. If it is, you have one condition, it should be less than 100. If you have two conditions, it should be less than 50. Simple formula to remember. Okay. Don't worry so much about. And you should be able to explain the client. Okay. Don't give a vague statement that your cholesterol is high. You explain them what you learned today, the whole story. You will build a connection with the client. The client will come to you again. They will refer another clients. They go to other doctors. They go to the nutritionists. No one is telling them, explaining them all these things. But they like you not because of your knowledge, but because you are explaining them the things what you have learned and what is useful for them. And if it is a free session, then it is a good opportunity to build a rapport and tell the client that you pay me the money, my fees. I will tell you what are the changes you need to do. Today you have come to me for the reports. Now there are certain things which you can do in addition to the medicine. And you learn the story of the medicine, why they should need to add something else. Now, apolipoprotein A. So when you are doing this, also tell the client if the client has apolipoprotein A, then you tell the client if you have apolipoprotein A, which is high, there is a higher risk of dying from a heart disease. You will need to do more interventions. You will need to visit me more frequently. You will need to follow what I speak to you, and you will need to pay me the fees. Okay, it's better than dying. Yeah. And if your lipoprotein is high, normal, then it's okay. Your risk of dying is not so much high, but you still need to come to me so that you continue to live your normal life. Okay. Then homocysteine, most of the clients will have homocysteine normal in your practice, unless someone has certain heart disease or ischemia or chest pain or something. Okay. But if it is high, then tell the client, I think you should visit a cardiologist at this point, in addition to visiting me. Don't refer the client to cardiologist, add yourself also, keep yourself in addition to visiting me. Yeah. And you will need diseases, lifestyle changes, dietary changes, and all those things. Typically, a client may come, be a relative or a friend, or may come to you with a report for just discussion. And that is a good opportunity to explain them, build a rapport, develop a connection, and convert the client for final thing. Once they pay you the fees, you will talk something which you will learn in the subsequent class. Okay. So report is a good way to build a rapport with the client. Questions still now, please ask. Then we move ahead. Questions? There was a question by Usha, why fatty liver is so common. Probably someone surrounding you, they have two, three people or one person, they have the fatty liver. That doesn't mean fatty liver is so common. Now there are causes for fatty liver. Right? One of the common is alcohol. Another is infection. Yeah, hepatitis A, hepatitis B, hepatitis C. Right. So there may be other reasons also. Now, what keeps your liver healthy? What does the liver likes? Liver is trying to remove your all the toxins. So what is the antitoxin thing you can eat? So liver is trying to process most of the oxidants. So what is the antioxidant you can eat? Simple. So we have made a complex question into simple question. So what are the anti-inflammatory things, foods you can eat? What are the inflammatory foods you can reduce? What are the foods responsible for oxidants you can reduce? Simple. Now, when you talk of anti-inflammatory food, don't get fancy. Yeah. Ghee coffee, green coffee, avocado oil, all those oil. Yeah, taste is so disgusting. Have you tried avocado? Yeah. If you like, it's okay. If you afford, it's okay. I don't know if you can eat and afford it. But I hate it. Disgusting taste. Yeah. Tried it 2 times thinking I have to develop the taste. I don't want to develop your taste. Yeah. Olive oil, if you're not using your regularly at your home since childhood, you cannot develop the taste now. Yeah. And olive oil is not something that going to replace everything and anything. It's not something reverse your everything. Yeah. There is no data suggesting. It's all turmeric, ginger, homemade things. Yes, good, very good. So we will see all those in the classes where you will get to know. I will explain you. I will share these worksheets with you, which my team shares with the client. I have a team of 60 people full time and more than 500 people freelancers. All of them, they use these worksheets. All these 500 freelancers, they have gone through the stage of internship with me. Okay. So 1 year internship, and after that, they get attachment with my team and they start getting paid clients. Okay. Obviously, this path is a paid path. You have to pay. There is no free thing. Okay. Someone comes and says that, sir, I have interest to do your internship. I would like to know your details. I will tell her you should not do. You should try outside if you want to know details. Yeah. Because you just want to know details. Someone who is ready to pay, it means she's ready to commit for that internship and start earning money. If I give you the internship opportunity free of cost, then you will give the appointment to the client and will not turn up. You may turn up in front of the client, but will not prepare the case properly, will not study properly, and tell something half-baked to the client, and the client is not satisfied. I don't want that. Okay. So internship is a commitment where you learn to practice on real clients for 1 year online from your home as per your convenient timing. And after 1 year, you start getting paid clients for lifetime. It continues. So if you want to make a career and earn money in this field, my internship is the best and perfect platform. Okay, I have made a systematic path for you. It is not free. It is not less expensive. It is very expensive. But you will recover the money in 1 year. Yeah. If you want to earn something, you have to invest something. Okay. It is not part of your present program. So you will, irrespective of the internship in the present program, you will get the worksheets. Okay? That is a part of the present program, which my team is using. So you will get disease-wise, things to eat, things to avoid, things to add. Okay. For every disease specific, inflammatory things, non-inflammatory things, anti-inflammatory things. Don't restrict yourself for the calorie thing calculation. Okay. So eat 1 vati rice. Ma'am, actually, I eat 1 bowl of rice, the big bowl. My bowl is big, ma'am. Okay, ma'am, I will eat 1 vati. And next day, the client goes and buys a big vati. Ma'am, you said 1 vati, na? So, yeah. So, one time I told my mother, like, I like to cook, yeah. So, one time I just told her that I cook complete 1 bowl of dal. And single person, I eat it complete. and 2 bowls of rice. Single person, I eat it completely. And before that, I ate pizza also. He said, your diet has increased, but you are not like this. And she was astonished for a few months. And then when she visited me, she saw my vati. So my bowl is extremely small size. And yes, you are eating normal food. Yeah. So your bowl is very small, my dear. So if you tell the client eat one vati, one bowl of rice, the client will buy a big bowl of rice, the Chinese bowl. Huh? And I want to eat more rice. You cannot stop me. So you have to change the diet, okay? And don't tell the client, giving a worksheet to the client where which is the this food, this quantity, and this is calories. Madam, what should I do with the calories? Madam, I'm not eating calories. I'm eating food, ma'am. And I want to eat food not only for my food. I want to eat it for the taste also. I want good tasty food, ma'am. I don't want to punish myself. The problem with the nutrition dietitian client is they get fat, they have a disease, they have problems, but they don't see the problem. Once you're married, no one cares whether you're fat. Yeah. Once you are living your normal life, people don't care lifestyle disease and all those things. Huh? They care when they're about to die. If someone comes to you, if someone is super conscious and they comes to you, already the number of clients are less. Huh? And then they are not ready to pay. They're like, I would prefer to buy 1,000 rupees pizza or drink 1,000 rupees wine, but I don't want to pay you 1,000 because I don't find your value. When they find your value, not because of some worksheets. Okay, tear away sheet. This is your chart. You eat this. This is the quantity. This is the calories. Get out. Okay? Madam, I want to eat something which I like. You tell me what I do. Yeah. Then the client comes to you. Explain to the client every report they come to you with. Okay. If the client is asking you one question, can I eat pizza? Don't be like, no, no, pizza is very bad. You are not the mother and he is not the child. Yeah. That you are telling to your child, no, no, better you should not eat pizza. Wait, after you go, I will eat. So it's not that. Yeah? So they are not going to die if they eat pizza. But if you stop them eating pizza, they will not go to any other nutritionist. They will always think nutritionists are psycho people. They eat pizza themselves and tell us to not eat pizza. Yeah? Tell them you reduce it if possible. And you explain them this is a risk. The problem with the pizza is not the cheese only. The problem is the high salt also. Yeah. Can I make a cheese? Can I make a pizza at home? Can I have a recipe for that? So you will get that recipe. I will share with you. Yeah. Questions, please ask questions. Today there are less people. It was expected. Probably people have not risen from their coma of Diwali vacations. Those who have joined today's class, I will remember you. You are a good and sincere student. And those who keep their video on every time, you are a good student. And those who have smile on their face, you are a successful nutritionist. Good, good. No questions today? So interesting question Ramya has asked. What about non-veg? Our diet is non-veg. I like non-veg. Now you cannot tell a person to shift to veg diet. They are like, what should I eat? Ghas foos? Am I a goat or something? I will eat all the grass. I am a lion and I want to eat all the non-vegetarian. I want to eat everything and anything in the world. Whichever flies, walks, and swims, I want to eat. You should eat, my dear. Everything you should eat. Reduce the consumption. If you are eating meat, the lamb, okay, the mutton, you try to avoid it. The reason being, you explain to the client what is the reason, what is the rationale. Yeah, you tell, hey, avoid mutton, eat chicken, eat paneer, eat tofu. Hey, madam, tofu tastes like a disgusting shit. I don't want to eat it. Yeah. So I want to eat chicken. And madam, you have not tested chicken. That's why you are saying about tofu. Have you ever eaten it? Have you ever like paneer? If you like, you eat. I don't want that. So you cannot tell the client you replace something with eat soybean body. The client will cry at this time, thinking how poor and naive and foolish you are, that you do not understand the difference between the soybean chunks and chicken. The chicken is chicken. The taste is awesome. You eat chicken, don't worry. You avoid mutton. You ask the client. So instead of telling the client, you don't do this, you ask the client, tell me what do you eat? How much you eat? If the client says, I eat mutton once upon a time in a party, once a year, you should enjoy it fully. I eat mutton when I go to some barbecue buffet. Yeah, you should eat worth of your the money you are paying. You should tell the client you should eat 2 times that time. It's a once upon a time. Okay, now you cook mutton daily, weekly at your home. This is something you will need to change. Yeah. So better you ask the client how much you eat, how frequently you eat, what do you eat. If the client is saying, Madam, I eat chicken, very good, continue, no problem. How much you eat? How do you eat? I fry my chicken and they eat every day. Yeah. You will need to change your preparation or you will need to decrease your consumption. And number of days you need to decrease. Plus, you add your vegetables. When you are starting with your chicken, when you want to start with your fried chicken, you start with your vegetables. Okay. See, you have come to me. It means you have a desire to have a healthy lifestyle. Otherwise, you would not have paid me the money and come to me. Now, since you have come to me, paid me the money, you have the desire to have a healthy lifestyle, you follow what I'm telling you. I'm not like other nutritionists who will tell you to stop KFC completely. No, they will shut down if you stop. They depend on you. You continue the KFC, reduce the quantity, start with salad. Yeah, if you go to the restaurant and eat, you carry your box of salad. How many of you do that? Carry your box of salad when you go to a restaurant? I do. I do that. Because the salad in the restaurant is very unhygienic. I don't like it. The flies have done all their stuff. People have touched it. The waiter have touched it, wiped this thing, gone to the toilet and again touched the salad. I don't want to eat it. Yeah. So I will carry my own salad. Start with the salad, then eat KFC to your full. No problem. Not because you will eat it less, but because the absorption will be reduced. Yeah. The effect will be reduced. Ma'am, can I take some crash medicines? You don't need it. Yeah. And they have a lot of side effects. Then explain them the story of all the crash medicines, how it reduces your basal metabolic rate, how it causes rebound and uh, refractory uh, obesity. Very good, Madhumita. So Madhumita is instilling a good uh, eating habits to her children. She is like she will eat paratha first and then carrot, but she will tell her children to eat carrot first and then paratha. So very good, very good. Just kidding. Okay. So that's a good start. That's a good start. Yeah. But kids are kids. Let them enjoy. So my kid yesterday asked me, Papa, if I eat this something like paneer or some fried item or something, so will I get obese? I was like, no, you enjoy. This is your age to enjoy. You eat anything. Yeah, you eat anything. Obviously, we don't allow her to eat non-veg because young girls should not eat non-veg because most of the non-veg in the market is pumped with the hormones and all those things, and it affects a lot of things. That's why girls get then menstruation problem, fertility problem, irregular menses, all those things, PCOD, all those. So I always tell her, you eat anything and everything you like, veg. I can eat non-veg. Um, but I have offered her. It's not that like, hey, you don't eat. Because, if you say the child, you don't eat, she's like, it must be good. That's why they are telling me not to eat. I should. So if you want, you can eat. No problem. Yeah. But I then explain her that uh, the intestine is inside. So, yeah. How do you tell a child not to eat non-veg? So you tell the child, obviously you and me, we know the intestine is removed. Yeah. But if you tell a child that there is a intestine inside, So you still can eat it. So she was like disgusting. No, I don't want to eat. Very good. Very good, Madhumita. You are a good mother. Please ask questions. Today I had no mood to take the class, but then I thought, yeah, it's still Diwali vacations hanging over or hangover of the Diwali vacations. Students will also have, so less students are expected to come. Then I thought, yeah, less students are expected to come. I should send a WhatsApp that, hey, please join today. Then I realized, no, that is excuse. If people are joining less, then I can leave class early. So, and that's how you manage your nutrition lifestyle thing. Why it is so hot? Hey, what happened to you? Hmm. Please ask questions. Ramya has asked interesting, good question. Uh, for person with high cholesterol or person with the risk of lifestyle disease. Okay. So when we say risk of lifestyle diseases, irrespective what is your cholesterol, even if it is normal, someone is obese, alcoholic, cigarette, old age, menopause, irrespective what is your cholesterol level, you will follow certain things. That certain things involve if okay, you ask what is your thali. Someone says I eat eggs. How many eggs you eat? They ask, can I continue to eat the eggs? Yes, no problem. Eat egg white. Now, when you are eating egg white, there is no upper limit, technically. Means I'm talking of a normal person, yeah? If you say, no, I will eat 40, then psychiatric ward near your hospital, probably ICU also. So 5, 10, no problem. And can I eat egg yolk? You should avoid egg yolk. You should avoid the yellow part. Madam, I like egg yolk. This client is funny client now. You have come to me to ask, you have paid me the money to ask what should you eat. I tell you something. I agree. I'm not changing your thali. I'm just saying to modify it. And then you argue, I like egg yolk. I understand, my dear, you like egg yolk, but now the time has come. You explain them high risks and very high risks. So you have two factors. Now the time has come. You are no longer a child. You are no longer an adult. You are old. Your arteries are old now. Yeah. You are not able to perform also. If it is a man, he will understand what is the meaning of that. If she is a woman, she will understand that she is a disease. Okay. You tell that you have the high risks of dying from a heart disease or a stroke as compared to other person. Okay. Your similar factor, less age. So you avoid egg yolk. If you must eat, instead of 5 egg yolk, you eat one. Then there is no upper limit of eating eggs. Now, some clients, they are very funny. They ask, Madam, I should eat country eggs or normal eggs? I should eat cage-free eggs or these eggs? So I told one client, actually, I have one solution for this. You know, what is that? Big O. The bird starts from O. Ostrich. Huh. Ostrich egg is the best for you. Ostrich egg is the best for you because you're so fancy. You're asking me so many questions. But anyways, if you can find ostrich egg, bring one for me also. I want to test it. I have never tested. Yeah. So if you find one, obviously I will pay you the money for that. But other than that, it doesn't matter whether you are eating cage free, bait free, pesticide free, and this free, that free, because you don't know what they are really pumping and doing actually. Yeah, the egg when comes to you, it is already the label which is changing. All the egg is same. And now the country egg versus the boiler egg. Okay. Now the country egg definitely has good, definitely has more nutrients. Now in the market, what is happen is this normal egg, white egg, country egg is brown. So they will dip this brown normal white egg in the tea water, cold tea water. So it will absorb the brown color, and they sell it as the country egg. It is a routine practice, most of the places. So you need to buy it from a reliable source, maybe a poultry farm where they have country chickens and then country eggs. So country egg is a smaller, very small in size, almost half the normal egg, and it is yellow, sorry, brown color. And when you break it, it will smell very bad. Yeah, it will smell more than the normal egg. After you cook it, the smell will stay in the kitchen. The taste is awesome. Taste is very good. The effect is awesome. The benefits of country egg are uh, it is more dense. It has more nutrients, more antioxidants. It reduces inflammation. It is anti-inflammatory. Okay. The another benefit is that it reduces pain, joint pains. You try it. If you have spine pain, some pain, there is a pain everywhere in your body except tongue and hair, then country egg is the good food. Now, the other than that, irrespective of the country egg versus the normal egg, the egg white itself is a good source of protein. Yellow part so dark because the baby will come out of it. The chick will come out of it. In the normal white eggs, the chick will not come out. These are non-fertile. So the difference is that if you keep the white egg at your home, the chick will not come out. Obviously, you have to maintain the temperature, all those things. And if you put country egg, the chick will come out. And you can keep the normal egg for 7 days. This you can keep it for 3 days. Yeah, but the taste is awesome and it smells very bad after cooking in the kitchen. So we have stopped bringing it our home. Huh. Any other report which we have missed out? Blood report. So today is the last session for the blood report. The next time onwards, we'll see the diseases. One disease, what is the thing? What is the blood report looks like? What does a patient complaint? What you should focus on as a nutritionist dietitian? What you should tell the client? Things to add, things to reduce, things to maintain. Thali. If you talk to the client in the language of this has this much calories, this has this much calories, the client is like, Madam, you are not learned nutritionist dietetics properly. Tell me what to eat. Yeah. The client's interest is this much only for ferritin test. Okay. So iron test typically has one of the component is ferritin test. Ferritin is iron related. Now, no need to write, no need to check this as a nutritionist dietitian. In your routine practice, most of the clients which they are paying for you as a nutritionist, they are not anemic. Okay, unless they have worms or they have heavy menses. Okay, so most of your high-paying clients, these are from good family. So they are when someone has the money, only they go to a psychologist and nutritionist. Yeah, when someone doesn't have money, they go to farm. And they don't have any disease. Even if they have anemia, she will not come to you. It's warm. So the Madhumita wrote wrong spelling by mistake. Actually, it's warm. WORM. It's so albendazole, Zentil. Instead of tablet, syrup is better because tablet you have to chew and the taste is very disgusting. It's not sweet enough. The syrup, uh, the liquid, it's a small bottle, single dose, and it's still not sweet enough, but it is better than the tablet. And you don't need to chew it. So it's like drink the poison in one shot. And tablet Zentil is like you chew the poison. Disgusting. Yeah. And Zentil syrup is like one shot, one poison. End. Uh, you typically take it after meal, in the night, full meal, in the night, not in the daytime, because there are going to be some activities. the worms will die, they will produce something, your intestines will move and all those things. And the next day, you should not be traveling or something. You should be at home because home or office, your routine work. Yeah, because you may have uh, more frequent motions. Yeah? And you should repeat the dose after 1 week. And this cycle you should do every 6 months. And if you do it for your child, no use. You have to do it for everyone in the family. When I say everyone, it includes the maid who cooks the food, if you have the maid, and her family also, her children also. If you cook the food, then you and your child. If someone else uses single hand, one time they feed your child, your mother-in-law, your mother, your husband, then them also, they should be fed. Okay. So every 6 months. So Zentil syrup. Yeah, syrup is better than tablet. And the children, they also take it. Worm, what is the problem with the worm? If you are worm, the problem is not anemia because you are eating sufficient food. You are rich. Yeah. You are attending this class, watching this video. You have this fancy mobile, you are already rich. So the problem with the worms is the vitamin deficiencies, protein deficiencies, then white patches, yeah, on your face. Have you seen some school children? They have a lot of white patches, lot of worms there. And itchy nose. Yeah, if you see someone or you are that who puts your tester inside your nose, then you have worms. Or if you're a child like that. Yeah. Now, some worms in children, they make you more hungry, but they don't grow in height. You sometimes complain that my child is not growing. The child eats so much, but the child is growing in height, not gaining weight. The child is gaining weight, but not growing in height. Yeah, both these problems, some deficiencies there. Yeah. We eat chicken every day, but still the child is not growing. Someone else is eating the child's share that someone else stays inside the intestine. Who is that someone else? You have to explain to the parent. Then you have to tell the parent that you take this Zentil, then repeat after 7 days, then visit me every 6 months. And for your child, since you have come to me, I will tell you certain things to improve your child's height and growth. Now, since the parent has told you that the child is increasing the height but not the weight, or the weight but not the height, you explain this concept right now. So we will forget this concept, so I will tell you right now. See, the weight is the function of short-term diet. Since few months, your diet is not sufficient. If you are losing your weight, we are not talking of the disease and thyroid and all, okay? We are talking of a child. If the height is the function of long-term nutrition. So if your long-term nutrition is affected, your height will be less. You understand? So you explain this concept to the parent that if your child is growing in height, long-term nutrition is maintained, but short-term nutrition is not maintained. And there is a more exertion the child is doing. So you cannot stop the child play. You increase the calories now. Now is the point to talk calories. How do you increase calories for the child? Fats. Dense calories. If we are talking child, don't talk stupid like a heart disease for the. I want my healthy child. Hey, you want, parents don't want themselves healthy. They don't want their child to be healthy. So, fats, proteins, then carbohydrates. Okay. Put ghee, put more oil for the child. Yeah. Give more fried food. Take your child for KFC. The child is like, wow, ma'am, you're so nice. I will visit you every month, every week. So KFC, give more pizza to your child. So you need to take care of your short-term food, dense calories. If your height is less, long-term nutrition is affected, and more likely that nutrition was a protein. Yeah, more likely you have a protein deficiency. That's why your height is less. Your child is growing the proper weight. Your child looks chubby and everything, but the protein deficiency is there. What are you eating meat now? Tell me. So you understand what is the thali of the child, what is the thali of the family. Then you modify the thali. There is a vegetarian parent. You don't tell them start eggs and chicken for the child. The child is child, not a dog. So the child has to eat what parents are eating. So you tell the parent, see, even if you are vegetarian, there are certain foods which are very dense in proteins and calcium. These two things are required for the height of the child. What are those two things? What are the source of dense protein and calcium? Simple is soybean, not soybean chunks, soybean seeds. Now, soybean seeds, you can put it while grinding your, the child is vegetarian, Ramya. So according to Ramya, egg is vegetarian. Okay, no problem, no problem. So while uh, uh, you are getting your wheat converted to flour, you can add soybean in that. So for 5 kg wheat, you add 1 kg soybean, 1 kg jawar if you want. Okay, otherwise 1 kg soybean. That's it. If you can buy mix atta ready-made, that's good enough. It has sufficient. Then you can add, now you ask how much dal you eat and how much rice you eat. Typically, most of the families, they dilute the dal so much, it looks like a water. Or the child eats only one vati, small vati this time, one vati of dal and a big vati of rice. Yeah. So tell them that it should be equal vatis. You reduce both the vatis, make it equal. Yeah. You will need to learn this correct way. Yeah. The combination of rice and legumes or the dal is because you need to supplement each other. But it has to be equal quantities, dear. Wheat grind. Thank you, Barka. Nowadays, everyone goes for the ready-made. Yeah, unless there are some fancy people who have the mill at their home. Yeah, there was a you know when I was a child, we used to have advertises going on the home chucky, the home flour mill. So there was a concept going on. Then suddenly the Ashirwad came, ITC. Yeah, they came out with ready-made atta. Hey, who wants to buy 1 lakh flour mill? We are selling you ready-made atta with the cost of wheat. I would buy that. Yeah. At our home, we have a flour mill because I'm a gluten extreme allergic. So even the jawar cannot be grinded at the public flour mill because it will get contaminated with gluten. Yeah. So we have at our home for me especially. Yeah, we follow all the protocols. Contamination does not happen. Other people, if they want to eat wheat roti, that will be made after my jawar roti. If minor chance contamination happens, then it is disclosed to me today the contamination has happened. So I will gladly and happily, without tears, eat rice only. Yeah, without complaining because I have to take precaution. Questions? Ragi and all, these are good fancy things, less expensive things also, but people don't like the taste. And what should I do with the ragi? They don't know actually. If you try to make a chapati with ragi, it is difficult. If you try to mix ragi, the color of the flour is changed. Yeah, the color is black. I have disgusting color. The child will not like it. Yeah. So what does a child like? You ask the child. You ask the parent. What is your thali? Don't add. The mix uh, atta, the mixed flour. That is the easiest way, less expensive way, almost same cost as the atta. Any question anyone has? Otherwise, we end the class for today. Ragi, because with curd kids like it. Okay, very good. So Ramya is a very good mother. She has been feeding her children ragi and curd, so they like it. You ask the child, I mean, not your child, the client child, that, beta, will you eat ragi? The child is like, madam, what is ragi? And the mother is like, I cannot buy ragi. I don't want to go through that process. Yeah. All those, there are many things. Yeah. So you need to understand the mother has extra burden. Yeah. There is extra cost. Yeah. And the logistics that, see, there is no single child. There are two child probably. Yeah. And the one child is like 40 years and he's the father of the child. And he has other requirement. Then there are in-laws, they have different requirement. Then she herself has to take her care. So you need to understand what is a family eating. If they agree with Ragi, yes, good. Ragi is good actually. Yeah? Anyone wants to ask any question? Please ask. Please ask foolish, stupid, easy questions. I like you very much because everyone has this foolish question. No one is asking. They are afraid to ask. But someone who's asking foolish question is actually talented because she understands that this foolish question is a real question, sincere question. Now I will answer it very sincerely. And if you ask difficult question, I will tell you to take the class next time. So ask some foolish, easy question. So we have completed the reports. There is nothing remaining. If something remaining, we will take it during subsequent class. Madhumita is asking for the fun this question. Which protein-rich foods? Soybean seeds with the wheat or soybean seeds itself. There is a process to cook it. We'll come to it. Then any legumes, dals, whichever the child eats. Urad dal, tuar dal, moong dal. If you eat idli dosa, you can increase the quantity of urad dal in your idli dosa batter. Good idea? Yeah. You can add groundnuts to the poha, groundnuts to the khichdi, more legumes to the khichdi. You can add Bengal gram, urad dal. When you cook a khichdi, you should add mix of legumes. Good idea? Try to increase the quantity of legumes to the same quantity as the rice. Khichdi. Now, how to cook soybean? Soybean is difficult to cook. I'm not talking of chunks. What is soya chunks? You have the soya seeds, they take out the oil, the remaining bhusa is remaining, that bhusa is given to the cows. Yeah. Then someone was crazy, went to the cow shed and they started eating, sharing the cow food. They thought, yeah, looks like a substitute for my chicken. My mother does not like me to chicken. My nutritionist says, don't eat chicken. So he started propagating soya chunks. He said, soya chunks is equal to vegetarians chicken. But the fool did not understand that it is not even cow's chicken. That was cow's bhusa. Okay. So it has nothing except bhusa fiber and probably the taste if you like it. I like it personally. Okay. But when I want proteins, I will eat soya seeds. How to cook soya seeds? The easiest way is to grind with the flour or take the flour and mix it with your wheat flour. If you can buy a ready-made mix atta, best. Most of the good companies, they have mix. 5:1 proportion, 5 wheat, 1 soybean. Or you can add 2 kg soybean also. The taste is awesome. The another best part of soybean is, it is also one of the highest source of calcium. The number 2, phytoestrogens, natural estrogens. What does estrogen do? Either you are a boy or you are a girl. The estrogen will improve your skin texture, make your skin glow. So you will look more beautiful better if you eat if you eat soybean seeds. You will grow stronger. Your bones will grow stronger if you eat soybean seeds. So how to cook soybean seeds? Soak it in warm water for 1 or 2 hours, preferably overnight. After that, you wash it very well because any legumes, if you soak it overnight, including your moat or anything, they develop E. coli. So that causes diarrhea. So you need to wash it properly. Then steam in the cooker for 2 to 3. Along with your dal chawal, rice and dal, you can do steam for the soybean seeds. 3 whistles. After that, you make vegetable like you make a vegetable, like you make moat or moong. Yeah, any vegetable. Simple, light masala, onion, tomato, all those paste or cut. Yeah, and you can eat simply. You can eat it simply. You can eat it with chuda. You can eat it with rice. You can eat it with roti, no problem. It's like how do you cook your moat, chana, chole, all those items. But you have to give it a 3 whistle, yeah, in cooker, steam properly to make it. It will not become soft. It will not become soft after even cooked, but the taste will change. You will be able to eat it. So this is a like very blank statement. Black urad is the best. So when someone says this statement, the question is, what is the protein percentage in the black urad versus soybean seeds? What is the calcium percentage in black urad versus the soybean seeds? Okay. So we should talk scientifically when you talk in front of the client. Soybean. Okay. Then comes all other legumes. In the legumes, the sequence, if you want to know, the chana dal, Bengal gram. Okay. Then will come the black gram, the urad. Then will come the moong, or probably moong and urad will go together. Then will come the tur dal, which is a normal dal which we use. Don't forget the curd also. Don't forget the milk. Yeah, they are also high source of protein for veg. If you are a vegetarian, egg is the best. Good. Yeah, egg with milk. This is the best combination. Whatever is deficient in the milk, it is covered by egg. Whatever is deficient in the egg is covered by milk. This is a good combination. This is a wholesome food. Egg and milk. Give it to your child. Don't forget the water. Don't forget to attend the classes with video on. If you attend without video, you gain obesity. Don't forget the smile on your face. If you don't smile, you earn less. The clients don't pay you. And if you're not happy, you gain obesity. So to prevent your obesity, you should smile, you should keep video on, you should attend all the classes. If you wish to talk to me, you can call me Monday to Friday, 1 to 5 p.m. After 5 p.m., if you have anything, you can go to nearest hospital. Okay. Enjoy it. We'll meet next Sunday. Next Sunday onwards, we'll start the disease every day. Yeah. Don't miss the class because some of the worksheets which you are going to learn, you will probably learn the better way if you attend the classes. You will get the recording, you will get the worksheets, but you will not learn how to use it. You will get the cycle, you will get the road, but you will not learn how to pedal the cycle. Yeah. If you want to learn, you attend the class. Okay. And attend with a smile on. Thank you. Have a great time.